Welcome back to Unscripted. Jason Van Zetten sitting alongside Emery Songer. And, you know, a lot of times we talk about here on Unscripted getting off the beaten path, and I'm going to get way off the beaten path.
You typically do.
Yeah, I know. This one I'm really in the weeds in because obviously the presidential debates were earlier this week. And so what I found interesting is when I was out doing a little show prep, you know what I found? This just kind of jumped out, and I sit there and I go, where are we at when stuff like this? It's Proposition 60 in California, that they're voting on this. Proposition 60 in California. Do you know what it is? It's should porn stars be wearing condoms? Now, I have to wonder where we're at as a society when we start putting things on the ballot.
Wait.
You heard me right. I understand what you're saying. I know, okay?
Like people in Congress are...
Their state legislature
is voting on this.
Is going to vote on whether porn stars should be wearing condoms or not during their film shoots. I'm dumbfounded sometimes about the level of stupidity. No matter what you think about happened in the last presidential debate, could you imagine going to the polls this November and going,
No,
I wonder if I want the people on YouPorn wearing a condom.
Okay, so what you're saying is that this is going to be voted on by the public?
This is going to be voted on the public, on the ballot, and I can only... Yeah, I know.
They're voting like this is of...
It's California. For God's sakes, I don't know what else to do
This
sometimes.
is of that grave concern in an election year in which most of America seems very unhappy with both of the premier candidates, that we are going to be talking about this on the ballot? November was already insane, Jason. Like, what do we need to do? Okay, so here's my Proposition 60 for Iowa. Should chickens be... I don't know.
I don't know where you were going with that, but I was like, okay, we better be really careful to dump out of this one quick because I don't know if Proposition 60 is going to fly in Iowa at all.
Okay,
we're still working on marijuana here, let alone porn stars wearing condoms.
Or chickens crossing roads. I mean, should chickens be allowed? Canadian geese cross the roads all the time, but I never see a chicken cross the road. Should we make it legal for chickens to cross roads in the state of Iowa? I feel like there's nothing more important than to be voting on this November 8th in the state of Iowa. Not only is there a great presidential battle going on, not only are there going to be big-time Senate and House of Representatives battles, but we need to know if chickens should be allowed to cross roads just like Canadian geese.
I think
why are we segregating the Canadian geese and the chickens?
I don't understand. I don't understand why we're looking at some of this stuff on the ballot and nobody's going, are we serious? I mean, could you imagine, okay, I'm going to vote for the presidential candidate, and here I see Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, I've got to check, and then I see Proposition 60, and I've got Ron Jeremy pushing it on the outside going, hey, you better vote for using condoms or not using condoms. I mean, come on, give me a break.
Ron Jeremy's still around. He's not dead.
Yeah, well, I mean, he could be an Arnold Palmer category there. I mean, he could be worth $670 million, too.
He is the Arnold Palmer of that genre.
That would not surprise me.
Porn performers aren't afraid of condoms. I used to work for studios that always use condoms. Nobody ever complained. And the stuff we did on set was pretty rough, you know? But the condom never broke, never slipped. But some producers, man, they're so afraid of condoms. They think they're going to lose money. So performers on those sets don't get any protection. If you get an infection, well, that's too bad. It's not the producer's problem, it's yours.